loved it. I know a lot of people, a lot of fanboys were crying a river about it. But I mean, I'm a big believer that if you really want to go to these movies, you really do have to lock that inner fanboy up and watch it with some fresh eyes. And for it being a year one, and I liked it. I thought the kid, or the guy, not a kid anymore, but I thought he did a great job in it. I love the fact that they portrayed him as still angry. And I loved the detective aspect of it. They went back to the roots of what Batman was. And I do agree with you, like on the Superman thing. I think when you create someone that powerful and there's not a whole lot you can do with it because he's going to behave a certain way and he can't really cross those lines because if he does, where does he stop? And that's why I thought that was a really great take, like on the video game thing, where what was the name of it? I'm sorry. Wow, we're
the Arkham Knight.
No, I'm sorry. The one where the Joker killed Lois and Superman kind of went crazy.
Was that? Oh, Injustice.
Injustice. Thank you. Yes. So I loved that storyline, seeing Superman just finally being pushed, and that really got interesting to me to see and how this was going to play out. So I really enjoyed it when they pushed the limits with him. And that's one of the great things I think about Batman is, and why a lot of people tend to love him is it is someone they can kind of, be similar to in a way, but it's one of those things where you kind of don't know what he might do. So I think that's also the interesting thing to it. And that's what I liked about the new movie, also going back to that, is when you're watching that, he's so angry and it's still year one and he's raw and you don't really know exactly how far is too far that he's going to go. So I really did. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
Well, when I watched it in the theaters, I did not lock up my inner fanboy, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I watched it last weekend again, and sort of did what you said, and I liked it then. Yeah. Like the second round, I put that aside, and I realized, I guess, what it was. I think the first time I was watching it for what I thought Batman was, and the second time I thought that it was a good detective story. Yeah. So I had a different view on it. I'm still not sold on Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, really. I don't know. He's almost too small to me. Yeah. I tell you, well, I ask this question too. My favorite Batman, shockingly, you would like to say Michael Keaton, because that sort of was my Batman growing up. But I really liked Ben Affleck as Batman.
Ben Affleck was incredible.
Yeah, I thought he looked the part. I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, he did. And that's usually that's the way it goes with the Batman movies with the actors. Either they make a really good Bruce Wayne, or they make a pretty cool Batman, but they can't seem to do both. Yeah, I think Ben Affleck did both. Yeah. I totally bought him as the billionaire Bruce Wayne, and I completely bought him as the 20 years in, angry,
veteran,
mad Batman. At everything because he's lost this and he's lost that. I absolutely loved him as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I loved the costume. Good God, man, it was such a great costume. And if you go back and you watch the extended version of like Batman v Superman, it definitely flows better. It's better than the theatrical for sure. Not to mention the same thing with the other movies. I don't know why Warner Brothers has this. They've had this weird mentality over the last 10 years. Like they still think comic book movies are a fad. This isn't the 90s anymore. This isn't the 80s. It's not a one movie every 5 or 10 years. I mean, Marvel has 100% proven that this is here to stay. That, and because they have hit such a nerve with fandom that it's not just the actual comic people that are addicted to these things now. The full-blown public that's never read a comic in their life are filling theaters to watch these movies.
Yeah, I think that DC was trying to catch up. Yeah. They just came to the game late.
Well, they're coming to the game with okay, guys, this is a fad. Let's throw out a movie real quick so we can get a piece of the pie.
Well, and then the other mistake I think they made, Marvel, what I think they did well, is they took what worked in the comic books. They took a comic book and made it into a movie instead of trying to change it into this different take on a comic book. And so, the Captain America movie, he was Captain America. Even Thor, I was really curious how they would do Thor. And I know it's getting different reviews on this recent one, which I liked. I kind of like it, the campy Thor. But anyway, I thought they did a great job. I mean, he's an Asgardian god. Yeah. how you gonna spin that? You know, I thought they did. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, that was like a D-list comic book for a lot of folks, is one of the top level ones.
I mean, most of the people in comics don't even really know who Guardians of the Galaxy is or care 2 cents about it.